Hi, I'm Josan Callender, the author of The Happy Little Garbage Truck picture book and educational system. We've been talking about resiliency, but before we dive in, I'm really excited to announce that I've developed a new educational program. And this time it's for parents and teachers to help build student engagement during this time of online education. But I'll be sharing more about that in the near future. Well, today we're going to take a look at some of the traits of a resilient person because these, I believe, will give us something to kind of hang our hats on and to realize why having resiliency is so important and why we should model this trait for our children. First of all, emotional awareness. Oh, and by the way, these were taken from an article that I will include the link in my description box below. And I always like to give people credit for where I get these ideas, but I'm taking these traits and then I'm jumping off. And in the future weeks, we'll be examining each one. Pardon me. Emotional awareness, excuse me, has been stated as the way that one is in touch with one's feelings. And we know this is interoception, pardon me. We know that this is one of the major jobs of interoception is keeping us in touch with our feelings as we have been viewing in the past couple of logs. And when we're able to be in touch with our feelings, we're able to cope better with difficulties that arise, and we're able to connect with other people and realize the feelings that they're having. And what I really like about this being listed as a trait is we know that it's the foundation of social emotional learning, which is what I love this topic. And I know the importance of teaching these skills to children because this is how we not only feel better about ourselves, but it also helps us to interact socially with others. And all of this helps a child gain a lot of skills that increase their academic performance. Next, perseverance. Again, it's our inner coping skills. And it also connects with the salience network, as we said before. It's like the fight or flight, but it also is the part of our brain that pushes us to get up and do something. It allows us to take charge and never give up. The inner locus of control is another trait that resilient people have. And that's one that we've talked about in past conversations. And that's knowing that we are in control of our thoughts and our futures. And we see ourselves as being in control and not outside forces. And this is something that I have always taught my students, and it's really a lesson for me because I'm talking to myself when I do a lot of these teaching points. Optimism is another trait. We see the positives in situations and believe in ourselves. Now, support is what resilient people tend to really see as an important part of their lives. They and we I'm always including myself because it's like my self-talk, my positive self-talk. So if you bear with me because that's part of what that support network does. It's positive people surrounding you and lifting you up in times of difficulties. And positive, resilient people appreciate and trust their support network. A sense of humor. It's so important to be able to laugh in the midst of life's difficulties. And there's a lot of research, so much research on the positive and the great effect this has on a person's body. Perspective is another trait. Well, resilient people learn from their mistakes and they see obstacles and barriers as challenges to overcome. Not, oh, I can't do this, but oh, how can I get around this? What can I do to make this not such a big obstacle? Chip away at it. So That's perspective. Now, spirituality is one of the traits that was listed in this article. And I know personally that this is what helps me get through difficult times. The article said that spirituality, po- resilient, positive people connect to their spiritual side, and this quality has been linked with a stronger emotional resilience in people. So you could see how some of these traits refer to and connect to each other. And they're basically traits that exemplify a person with strong emotional um, sense. And so this emotionally strong person is able to model that trait for children. And that's why I'm really into this resiliency topic because that's what we need. What a gift that would be to give that to our children, to see that they can be emotionally strong, especially during times like this of COVID and quarantine. So, in the future talks, we'll be taking an in depth look at each one of these traits. So, in the meantime, please share and subscribe, and I will talk with you at a future date and possibly tomorrow. Bye bye.